What's up, everybody? Uh, Little backstory. Right now, I am staying at camp. Not indefinitely. I just came up to clear my mind, and I really don't have a timeline on when I'm going home. So I am going to be up here for at least a couple days. So today I got out and I got two Drounder sets and two 330s at. And this video here is going to show a little bit of my trek back into the beaver ponds and a little bit of exploring them and my set locations and finished product. So give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Appreciate that because I'm not an expert beaver trapper. I'm still learning as I go. So any advice I'll take, and stay tuned. All right, everybody, I figure I'd give you an update here. I had to lighten the load. I put my pack on, and this is probably about the halfway point. I don't know if you can see it. There's a tree stand behind me, and I got to cross this little creek, and then there's another trail I'll pick up, and that will actually lead me back. We call it the swimming hole. It's where we stage our canoe and everything. What's up, everybody? So I made it back to the ponds, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. They dammed up here, but the canoe's here, and I'm just not seeing sign here. But sometimes this pond here, it's hit or miss. A couple years ago, they weren't in here either, and I caught some down below. And you could see their hut out there, and they're definitely don't look like they're using that hut. I'm definitely gonna take a paddle out there and check it out. All right, I decided to take the canoe out while I was right here instead of walking down and then coming to walk back up. We got some geese out here. I will warn you, I'm not the best on a canoe. A lot more comfortable on my kayak than this canoe. A couple years ago, me and my buddies were out here, 3 of us on this canoe. I'm the biggest, but they ain't much far behind me. Shane and Jesse, you guys ain't no thing guys, and I had like a $700 camera. We were trying to get some pictures, and right around this area we tipped it, and that's how I know how deep it is. Luckily, no harm, no foul. I think one of us might have lost a cell phone. But man, this, talk about peaceful and relaxing. I mean, it don't get no better than this. It really doesn't, you know. I'm gonna see how far I can go up this. Ooh. It don't look like they're using that hut, but that doesn't mean they ain't, because I always thought it was sticks, because a lot of times I'm trapping this is frozen and I walk out here on this ice, and I should have brought my polarized sunglasses so I could see down in there and see if I could see anything, because I can't see the bottom. Yeah, I could see it now. It's getting pretty shallow. It's real shallow. But I don't see no feed piles or nothing, so I'm assuming they're not in there. Yeah, it's not looking good for the home team here. But we own, well, we don't own, but there's 3 ponds on our property, and this is just the upper one. And I don't know if that even might be a pond up there at this point. Sometimes it is, sometimes it ain't. They sort of bounce around in this. But I want to see if there's a channel up here that maybe I can get a 330. Last time I tried this, I got stuck, and it wasn't very fun getting back at. So we'll see what happens here. You might hear me swearing a little bit. But also last time I was out here on this, I didn't have my waders on, so I didn't have the luxury of jumping out. And see, it's just so shallow in here. I don't see no sign that they're coming through. Well, there's a little deep spot here, like they could be coming through, but you know, I'm looking for that well-defined trail, and I'm not really seeing it. I mean, I'm in like maybe 8 inches of water here, and it seems like I'm just, unless it's directly underneath me, which I don't think it is. Nah. Well, there is somewhat of a channel here. But nothing worth setting, in my opinion. But I'm not some expert beaver trapper, you know. I'm sort of learning as I go here. I will be very disappointed if the bottom pond looks as desolate as this. See, I don't know. It looks like they might be hugging that channel right there. If worse comes to worse, I can put a 330 in right here, but I just don't see the sign. I don't see no chews sticks. I don't see nothing. We'll go over and we'll look at that dam a little bit and see if there's any kind of markings on that dam, like that they're even in this pond. Just this, I don't know what it is about this pond. It's just sometimes they're here and sometimes they're not. And I didn't really hunt rifle season too much. Being my quad's done, I really didn't get back here nearly as much as I used to. Well, my quad's running, this is a daily run for me. I come back and just check out this pond. But being that my 4-wheeler was down all this year, I really didn't I didn't get back here nearly as much, and I sort of relied on what my friends were saying. And they said it was active, but it's not looking like it at all. All right, I'm gonna float over this dam and I'll get back to you. All right, so I did find some kind of little bit of sign here. Let's see if I can get it in view. I just was trying to peek over the side here and see if I could see it. But I found some mud on the bank right here. So that's telling me there's something coming up through there occasionally. It's still really not deep enough to put a grinder or anything in there. It's just this pond is so shallow. I'm probably better off wading through it than canoeing through it. And I think I see a hut. I think there's a hut through the brush here. Let's see if I can spin you around a little bit, get a better view of it. Try to get in deeper water. But right behind this brush pile, I think there's a hut. Yeah, you can barely make out the top of it right there. So we do got a hut, and that definitely looks like it's more active than this one. I got to get up closer to it and take a look. But I'm just not seeing no fresh chews or nothing in there. But that don't mean that they're not below this. I would assume, I don't know. I guess there's a little bit of fresh chews right here.
So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to wade out through there towards that hut and see if I can't get a 330 in there somewhere. And then I'm going to check that pond down there and see what we got. I may end up dragging the canoe down. Well, there is a little bit of fresh chews, but nothing like... I would love to get a drowner right here, because I got deep water right here. I definitely got room to drown them. I'm just looking for that one trail that they're definitely coming in and out of, and which I think I find right here. This looks like about the heaviest trail I find. It's all beaten down in here. Right there, it looks like something coming through there a good bit. It's not the heavy sign that I was really hoping for, but I'm not dragging these traps back out of here. All right, we're definitely getting into more sign here. Definitely got some action on this side. Woo! This is that tree I said I wanted to put a tree stand out in front of. This usually isn't. Oh, look at that tree. Got some feed pile here. I think we got a good spot for a 330 right in there. Yeah, I think we could put a 330 right there. Looks like they're coming up through here. Yep, we're gonna put a 330 right there. Another good spot for a 330. We may put it there instead. Sort of sucks in PA in this area. You only had to have 2 330s out. You know, it sort of limits you. I really want to get some of them drowners out. But the hut's back there. This actually here is a little ground blind that I always sit in. I mean, this water's not ever up this high. This is, we actually was gonna put a bridge here crossing this at one point. And then there's the lower pond too down there. I don't know. I know I got to decide here pretty quick. I want to take a ride to Walmart tonight and get some things, and one thing I definitely forgot to bring was my stick. I have a wading stick, and I forgot to bring it. Whoa! I could do some bouncing around here. I don't have to commit to a one. I can put these in and move them as needed. They definitely built this dam up. Dam's usually not this tall. I don't know if you guys look at my intro, my trapping intro. I got that otter, and actually I caught that otter and my only beaver right here in between these two ponds. It's usually not flooded out like this. I usually walk up. It's usually a well-defined channel, but my well-defined channel is isn't so well defined anymore. All right, looks like we got a den right here and a den right here. Looks like there's an entrance to that den right there, and there's probably another one right there. We do got a little bit of fresh sign here, so they're coming up here. My problem is in Pennsylvania, I gotta watch how close I set to these dens. We got so many stupid rules, you know. I just don't know how I could legally sit here. I'm gonna have to pull up the book here and read exactly what the rules restraints are, but as far as I know, I'm not allowed to sit within 15 feet of a dam or a den. I would really like to put a 330 right there, but I just don't think legally I could do it. I would actually like to put a drowner right there because I do got deep water. Doesn't seem like they're leaving this dens the area too often. They're staying right on it. They're staying right at the dens. So, all right, I don't want to eat you up with all my decision making, but it's probably close. It's probably closer to more than 15 feet, but it's really not under confines of water, which is another question. Oh boy. Man, I miss coyote trapping. I really do. Coyote trapping is none of this. All right, let me figure out what I want to do here. My buddy actually used to have a tree stand. I think it was in these trees right here, and he shot a coyote across there. He actually shot 2 coyotes in the same day. We only recovered 1. It might have been the same coyote shot, but we couldn't find the second bullet hole, I believe. It's been a long time. But the funny part is that was during rifle season, so most people have a buck pull. We have a coyote pull on our property, and we started it after the first year because he killed one. We thought we were going to get him every year, but we have not killed a coyote since, and that carries over. So it's a pretty good pull right now, and a lot of guys kill bucks in archery season and can't technically hunt buck, but they could come up and coyote hunt, and you know, it's worth their while because there's a couple hundred bucks sitting there ready for someone to win. So it's a cool little thing we do. All right, guys, I'll get back to you. All right, guys, so I ended up getting all 4 sets in, and I put all 4 within maybe 30 yards of each other, but here goes one. Hopefully you guys can see that. This was mud, so I knew they were coming in and out of here, and they were sort of had an option, so I just fenced it off a little bit. But that's one. I got a drowner out there, and then here goes the other one because this also was mud, and I also got a drowner out there, so we'll see how they go. And then I got my 2 330s over here. I feel a lot better about my 330s. But I wasn't coming all the way back here today with all that and not putting all the sets out. That was my theory. If I don't like them, I can move them. At least they're working tonight. And you could see they're coming up here. They're coming in here. You can see there's a slide where they be coming in out here, and I got a 330 right there, and then right over here there's another nice channel, and I got another 330 in this channel over here. You can see their channels right here, and I got my 330 right there. So hopefully they pay off. And guys, please criticize me. You know, I won't take it personal. If you see something I'm doing wrong, somewhere I should have set, feel free, because I'm I'm new to beaver trapping. You know, I usually do it while I'm canine setting, so I really don't put emphasis on it, but this is the only game going right now, so I'm all in on beaver right now, and you know, I'd like to be successful at it. So be sure to subscribe if you ain't already, and hit that notification bell, and like I said, leave me some feedback. Pick these apart, guys. I know some of you guys are some pretty good, pretty expert beaver trappers and have some success, so if you see something I'm doing wrong, let me know. And stay tuned. I'll be probably putting a lot of content up over the next couple of days, because I am staying at camp for now, and you know, I'm out doing something every single day. So appreciate it, guys. Thank you.